Hi, good morning, guys. Just sharing the link. This. I'm not able to post the link on Twitter. That's weird. I don't know what has changed in. I guess good morning. Like I don't know. Hi Raghu. Hi Jeremy. Hi Prem. Hi Ali. Tarish. Sandeep. Shri. Good morning, guys. I really don't know what has changed on Twitter. That I'm trying to share this link, and it's coming as this one. Let me just see if it posts. I was able to post this. No, it's not coming. The link is not coming on Twitter. There's something changed. Hi Kunal, hi Manjunath. Anyways, here the market is breaking down once we had uh, the PPI, which came in hot, and now we are breaking. I'll just change the candle types to normal candles. We tested this 4496, which is 34 EMA, and we were not able to hold it. Now, this is some serious area. We were not able to break lower, break higher, could not cross 4520 on the closing basis. Now we are trying to hit 4460, 4470. This is a long-term line which has been managed pretty nicely since the breakout. And now if we lose this piece, this entire line on the channel, if we lose this, then we are going into this gap towards 4380, 4395, and then all the way to fill this gap on ES. This is a gap where the contract changed from July to September. Well, thank you, Ali. Thank you very much. So this is something I really don't know what's going to cover. This was the contract change from July to September. So there was a big gap. Now we are losing this. Very high possibility we might fill this gap. So I'll be really cautious to try any longs whatsoever. The tech is getting really bad at this time. And again, we have a consumer sentiment which is coming at around 9 and around 10 a.m. So at that time, we need to see if that sentiment is bad, plus the PPI is getting higher. PPI translates into a higher purchasing price for the producers. If they are purchasing things higher, they will most likely translate those prices into the retail prices. So the inflation will grow into the retail, and that's why the market is not liking it. Like yesterday, we had CPI which came in like 3.2. I don't know how they did it, but I think 3.2 was indication that 3 was the bottom, and now we have 3.2. with indication of higher PPI, things might go higher on the inflation side. So be very careful. If you want to keep hedges, make sure you have hedges for your portfolios. Uh, so in terms of level, I'm watching this low. The yesterday low was, because you see, every day we are making newer lows, but this also is making a wedge. Now, usually this breaks out and we go higher. But in this case, we need to be very careful here that if we get an opportunity to go high towards 4490 area or 44520, that's a really great opportunity to get out of the long positions and build some short positions. This market is giving you an opportunity to exit. Now, everything will change if we are able to regain 4520 on the closing basis. Meaning, if we able to cross 4520 on the weekly basis, that's really bullish. Then we can continue our journey towards 4668. Otherwise, we have to fill this gap, which is there on ES. As of now, we are holding this. Now, in case we see an opportunity to break down, like yesterday low was, let's check. Yesterday low was 4473. So we already below yesterday's low, and uh, Wednesday low was 4478, and before that it was 4482. So every day we are making lower lows, lower highs, and now we are losing. So if you really want to try long, I would say try above 4520. Or if you want to start around 4495-ish area, above 34 EMA. Every time it comes there, I would definitely do a put buying or do a short on the futures. I'm not buying long at this stage. Every rise I would try to sell. On the lower side, my confirmation will come below 4460. Like it is already there because now we are already below yesterday's low. So stop loss should be 4475. This is a big red line. Let me just make it a little bigger. This big red line should be my stop loss. Or if you want to keep yesterday's low, which was 4473, let's make it 4475. If you want to keep 4475 as your stop loss for shorts, that should be a really, really good area. So in this case, you short, you try for 4460, then let me pick up the percent. Then we have 4440, the area, and like I'll not be surprised if we flush down to 4382. I will not. That may happen today, that may happen on Monday. But looking at all these things, the possibility is that we might do a flush down towards 4040, 4440 today, most likely. I think consumer sentiment will be watched very carefully. If consumer sentiment is fine, then we may still chop. We may still try to test 4495. But if we lose, things will get bad on ES. Now on N, let me also show you the book map for ES. The 4450 has some really good area, then 4445. On the top, you will see that there's a lot of resistance. 44, 60, 65. This is our VWAP, which is around 44.77. That should be a good stop loss. And since like last night or so, we were not able to clear the VWAP at all. We tried to break higher, but we failed. Now, you see these big red balls, these are selling with volume. The green balls are buying with volume, but green balls are selling. So at 8:30, we had some massive selling, which happened. So the sentiment is very clear. It goes higher, you need to sell. So let it come around 44.75, 44.76. That is an appropriate area to go short. All right. So 44.70, 44.75, it's a good stop loss, and then you can try a short. On NQ, NQ is almost 0.75% down. NQ was holding this 15,140, which is 23.6% Fibonacci, really important Fibonacci level. If we lose this, I think we are going down towards 14,853. So that's about 300 point down move from here. We are already around 15,100. Now that, and you can see that the DMI has finally changed into red for NQ. The 12 EMA is diverging towards 34 EMA. It's getting close, and then once it takes over, the trend will become totally negative. As of now, the EMAs are lagging. The DMI is showing that yes, the trend is negative, and this is making a M. So I expect this to come here, or if you want to read it in a different manner, this is a broken head and shoulders. Usually it should come like this and then go higher, but this is the line which it has broken, the neckline. So usually this is the length where it should go down. That's about 500 points. So from 15,1, like from right here, 15,275-ish area, 15,850, that's about 500 points. So this should be a really good area for support. Again, wait for consumer sentiments, because market has habit to bounce really strongly early in the morning and then give up. So keep an eye. Your stop loss should be around 15,140. If 15,140 is held, then you need to wait. If it is below, like right now, then it's a good opportunity to go short. On the higher end, if it wants to like retest something, it needs some seriously positive catalyst. Like all the big stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, they are weak, and they have given up like substantial percentage from high. Like for example, Tesla was 299, now it's like 240. That's about 20%. Microsoft was 366, now it's 320. That's about 15%. Same with Apple, 198 to 170. So they have actually gone through a reasonable correction. Same with what you call AMD, from 130s to 110. So just keep an eye. If it finds the base at 140, then wait, then don't short. Same thing. Just keep in mind, 4478, if it holds as resistance, go short. 15,140, if resistance hold, go short. Between 4478 to 4496, it's going to be choppy. Between 15,140 to 15,275 is going to be choppy. So it's better take cognizance of these levels and then trade. And if anybody has any questions, please ask. I'll try to answer. Let's go to individual stocks. Apple. So Apple, I was short since like 193-ish level. Now the divergence is clear. The trend is the 12 EMA is lagging the 34 EMA. Now what's happening? 177.3, which is a 38.2% Fibonacci. This is providing the support. Every day it comes to 177.30, it is finding support. The moment it loses it, then it goes to 173. So for Apple, let me just do one thing. Let me open my sheet and add these levels. Give me 1 second. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to remember. In between, hi Kunal, hi Manju, hi Devinder, hi Manjal, hi Ali, hi Hammer. No, 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 no. Okay. So I'll change the dates and everything later. So stop loss is 4478 for the longs and for the shorts as well. Sell near 4470 to 75-ish. Target is 4460 4420. 60% higher. Breakdown below regression channel and lost 34 EMA. Trying to be quick on the top. 4496 was an area, 4520 was an area, 40% possibility. By above 4480 in case of a fake breakdown. Because we have made the newer lows, so there's a possibility we may do a fake breakdown because the market is really, really strange in these days. It does what it wants to do. So in case of a fake breakdown, you can try long. These will be your potential targets. 4520 will clear the way. Right now, the sentiment is like, but there's hardly any bullish sentiment. Short sentiment is high. For NQ, the stop loss is 15140. Again, sell near 15100 to 125-ish. Target is 15,000. That's a number, and 14850. Again, that's 4060. In case of NQ, I'm just taking 1 minute because it's difficult to like write down again. So it's better I can fill this sheet. 23.6%. So loss of 20.36% fib and 34 EMA. Again, in case of a fake breakdown, if there's a possibility, the stop loss is 15,140. Same 15,275 was the target, which is right there in 15,400. Buy above 15,200. That's the ES levels. Now, Apple, we talked about 170.70.3. So Apple, I am going to try a short. Sell below 177.3. Target is triple Q. I'll do in the last, depending on the time. So once we lose 177.3, we have a gap to fill. So the gap is 175.77. So 175.75, and then the Fibonacci of 23, 173.50. So Apple is very clear that yes, it needs to break down. So fill the gap. 38.2% fib is providing support. So loss of it will take it to 23.6. Apple is short I will not try long on Apple at all at this time. AMD. AMD is like last time we talked about, it's making a bull flag. AMD into the same region. Like it's trying to hold like this. This is like a loss of 111, and now it's coming to 109 area at the open. Now, frankly, the momentum in this or the strength in this move is not there. I think if we are to break down, this is a time to break down on AMD. It should have tried to go higher. It tried multiple times and failed. So sell near 110. Target is 1.8. It is 18107.23. You can try a long, go long near, because 107 has been a very tight, uh, or above 111.30. This is red. Apple, I'm not interested to go long. AMD, if it comes to 107 or if it breaks higher about 111, then I would love to try long. Amazon. Amazon is trying to like hold this 34 EMA since it is facing resistance of 161% of 140. We only had one close. I think if we can find support around 135, that will be really good, because this was a previous resistance. Now, if it breaks down, because it's an inside day, I'll be watching this to like fill the gap towards 134. So Amazon is 137. So if Amazon loses 137, I'm still positive on Amazon, but it's an inside day. So buy and dip. Stop loss is 137 towards 137. Or yes, 137. If it comes, it's fine. 137 area. If it loses 137, then go for 134.50 and the gap. Stop loss should be there. Now, target will be 140. I'm not giving multiple targets on Amazon because the market is weak, but it's there. In case loss of 137, go for gap fill. 134.50, 131.25. 131 will be really bad because 131.40 was an area where Amazon was struggling to cross before the earnings. So Amazon is positive. It's right there. BA. So in this market, BA, Caterpillar Industrials should provide support. Now, my only concern is it's not able to cross 239 and it's making dodgy. So a really good area for Boeing is to come near 233. So for me, I would like a short on Boeing at this time. So it's multiple dodgies at the top, multiple dodgies, and it's not able to cross 239 on the closing basis. They're dodgy, and dodgy. So either wait for 233. I think I'm taking too much time. I should not be covering all of them. It's going to take time. I'll cover two more stocks. I'll cover NES and Netflix, Nvidia, and Tesla. I'll just post those fives. So if it comes right now, I want to sell. This is dodgy. I would like to sell this below 230. The low here is 237. My target is 235 and 233. Dot. Stop loss is 239.20. Now I'm going to cover, let me just take a copy. Apple images. I will do my Google is weak now, so keep an eye on Google. And no guarantee error, no approvals. No. I think this should be a good area. So Meta is inside there. Same thing. If it loses 300, because it has not broken 34 EMA for a very long time. And now the strength in Meta is declining day by day. Your stop loss is 307. So sell on rise if you find an opportunity between 303 to 305. 307 is your stop loss. First target is 300, which is 34 EMA. And then we come around this area of 289. The Meta is also inside there, down. Microsoft is breaking down since the trend is negative. 1 day, 2 day, the EMAs have crossed. It's again area where it needs to fill the gap. The gap is around 316.50. So I think it's right time for Microsoft to do 316 and 310. So Microsoft is 316, 310. Fill the gap. So Microsoft is now short. Sell on rise. 21 to 22. 324 is my stop loss, and that's the sell on Microsoft. Netflix somehow is holding things very tightly, but it's always a time to break down. It's holding this regression channel very beautifully. But if we lose this regression channel, which is like uh, below 427.50, I think it's time. Again, it's inside day on the Netflix inside day. So for first time, if I'm just keeping it neutral, but if it loses 427, I think we are in for 410, 419 and 410. Uh, 430 is my stop loss and sell below 427.50. You can try long if it holds, like if you see it's struggling to cross that 433 area. So 433 is the 12 EMA. It's struggling. So I'll just keep in mind 433. So if 433 there, then it's possible it can go. So go long above 433 only. Nvidia is breaking down. It's a hammer at the bottom, and now we are losing that bottom. So 420 should be a good resistance. In the past, 423, 428 has been a good uh, resistance right here, and now we are breaking down. So 420 should be a good stop loss for Nvidia. I'm not considering the positive side on Nvidia, so I'm deleting this. Short stop loss is 420, and target for Nvidia is these two areas where it finds the support. So around 413.50 1350, and then 401.80. Sell below 420 shade. Tesla, again neutral to positive. It's struggling to like hold that 251 area. Like every time it's coming, it's losing that. It's dodgy at this moment. So most likely, if we lose 242, that's the gap down into the gap. So sell below 242. Look for 236.75, and then we should be aiming for 225-ish. Again, I'm gonna keep it like 50-50 because Tesla is, I really don't know what to do with Tesla. So 242 is my stop loss. One case is you can buy near 243. Area of resistance is 250 to 55. All right, guys, that's my Disney. Pranay, I do not trade Disney, and again in this market, if Disney has to run, there must be some really big. The numbers were not so great. It just bounced because it was really oversold. That's about it. I don't see there's a turnaround on Disney. Disney has to cross 100 something. Only then there will be some sense in something. Otherwise, it's going to stay in the same range. Again, let market give you a direction. Don't try to preempt. Don't try to jump on something. So, all right, it's almost 9:20. So I have to attend my office. So I'll take your leave. I'll post this information on Twitter. Have a look and be careful in the market today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.